folks, this is Vince with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to play War Selection. It's important to stress that what you're looking at here is a preview build, so everything that you're about to see is subject to change. So I've been playing this off camera for about half an hour or so, and based on my play experience so far, this is a pretty cool real-time strategy game. Starts you off in like the Stone Age, and you're going to work your way up. There are multiple modes. And for a pre-release build, it's not too bad. It needs work, but it's not bad. It's better than some other games that I've played recently. Upper left-hand corner settings menu, there's sounds and music. That's about it. Under the top middle, there's different modes. There's free-for-all, up to 30 players, each for himself. Team match, up to 30 players divided into teams. Armageddon, survival match for up to 62 players. These are all like online multiplayer stuff. There is the ability to play single player. There's a sandbox, game without a clearly defined goal. Survival mode, the enemy just throws waves of enemies at you over time, and there's multiple difficulty levels associated with that. There's a campaign, which is under development right now. There's a skirmish, which isn't available, it's under development, and there's a private match. So yeah, there's a lot of cool things, some of which are not implemented yet. What I'm going to go ahead and do is jump into the survival mode, and again, there are a couple of different difficulties, easy, normal, and hard. So let's go ahead and get that going. Okay, so here we are mid-game. Now, what you're seeing here is about 20 minutes of in-game playtime off camera, where you start off in the very basic, like, Stone Age, where you can build huts, you can build warehouses, you can build fight pits, you can build stone cutters and strongholds, different things like that, but that's it. So you just sort of have to cut down trees and pick berry bushes until you have enough resources to build this temple. Once you build the temple, you'll be able to upgrade your civilization to the next level. In this example, I chose Iron Age of Europe. Now, there are 4 different choices to make, and the game didn't tell me which one did what, so I just picked the Europe one just to choose it. But it would have been nice to have some kind of tooltip to say, okay, Europe has this special ability, or assuming that there is a special ability associated with Europe, I don't know. But there was 4 to choose from, and if there are differences, I would really like it known what they are. But if you want to see your current age, it's the button on the very bottom right-hand corner here. It's in the very middle. You click on the left one, that's your prior age. The one in the middle there is your current age. I can build things like palisades, houses, warehouses, farms, barracks, stables, pier for fish, forge for gaining new technologies, and a guardian tower. Oh, we're under attack somewhere. Let's get our troops down there. Oh, here we are. So it looks like my tower is proactively doing some defense here, but it's not going to hold up for very long. So we've got our troops. You can select every troop you have with F2 or the button on the upper left-hand corner. There's a little selection box there. Just click on that, done. You can zoom in with mouse wheel. All of your indicators on the left-hand side. Idle workers, we are under attack, population, limit reached, that kind of thing. Upper right-hand corner is your resources. You have your population count, food, wood/stone are combined. So, looks like we're under attack again. Oh, here we are. Yeah, this is survival mode, so I'm going to get attacked on a regular basis here. So, wood and stone are combined into one, which is kind of weird. So if I were to chop down wood or harvest this stone, then it would go to the same resource, which is, again, kind of weird. Now, in the very beginning, in the Stone Age, for whatever reason, you won't be able to mine out the stone. I'm guessing because pickaxes weren't a thing yet. Don't attack that boar. What are you doing? Yeah, these guys will just attack anything they want. You can kill wild animals in the environment, and they'll drop meat, and you can gain food that way. But I just find it more efficient to... Once you hit the next stage, the Bronze Age, you can build this farm, and then you can just have this wheat grow around it. There's a... Click on the building. For 250 wood/stone, you can grow more wheat. So there's plenty here for everyone to be taken care of. Looks like I might need a couple more workers, so, or more soldiers. Let's go ahead and do, say, 5 lance knights and 5 archers. Okay. So we're queuing that up. Now, what's interesting about this RTS is that, and this is actually, I mean, it's cool, and I wish it were improved. Rather than the cost being paid up front at once, the cost is paid over time as the structure is built. So it's hard to gauge if what I'm building is like I want a clear income / expense indicator. So if, like in Supreme Commander, say, if I'm making plus 30 mass and I'm constructing 3 buildings, and that brings my income down to -5, and I'll see a trickle of, you know, income going down. That's what I want to see. I want to be able to see at a glance if what I'm building is too much for my current level of income. So I would really like to see something like that. Again, this is like pre-early access, so I'm not going to harp on the game too much, but that's something I would like to see. But anyway, getting back to this whole wood-stone thing, in the beginning you'll be able to chop trees down for the wood/stone, but you won't be able to collect this, the stone deposits. Not until you upgrade your workers. Once you advance to a new age, you'll have the ability to either build new workers of of the next level of the Bronze Age, or you can upgrade existing ones. Upper right-hand corner, you'll have a list of things that you can mass upgrade. You can see the cost associated with that. So I've got 3 Stone Age workers still. I'm just going to click on this upgrade, and that'll upgrade all 3 to the worker age. And my resources will go down as a result of that. Okay, yep, and looks like they're upgrading now. Good. Okay, actually, you know what? Let's just... how many people... And another thing I'd like to see... I'd love to see who is doing what, how many workers I've assigned to each resource. That's something, again, Rise of Nations has, where, you know, there was like 8 workers assigned to wood and 8 workers assigned to farming. You know, I'd like to see something like that in the future, honestly. Just to, you know, just to keep track of what I'm doing and where everyone is. That would be nice. All right. We have enough to increase Lance Knight attack speed and range of archers. We'll do that. It's going to require a lot of food, but I've got a lot of food right now. So as you would imagine, your build menu is in the bottom right-hand corner, but you can select on various buildings to upgrade different, like, extra beds and homes. I could, my population is full. I'm going to go ahead and take that for 1,000 food. You know, now forget that. I'll just buy new houses. 1,000 food is a lot. So let's take someone away from the farming here, and we'll just build another house for 200 there. 200 wood/stone. I wouldn't mind having a couple more citizens assigned to this. Let's do that. Okay, so there's also another resource in the game, this copper over here to the left. That's the next resource that I didn't talk about. That's more for the Bronze Age. You're not going to see that. And you can't harvest it anyway. Like the stone down here, you won't be able to harvest it until you reach a certain age. Hang in there, worker. Now, I will say, there are multiple difficulty modes with this, but easy is rather difficult. I would like to see this toned down a bit. I was attacked fairly early on. Didn't realize that I needed to build military and prioritize it that quickly. So, if the developer is watching, I would tone easy down just to give new players a chance to get acclimated to the game. Because there is a lot to look at here when you're first starting out, and you're not going to have enough time to really build up an adequate military, in my opinion. Like, give the player a bit more grievance. And some indicators as to where they're going to come from next would be cool. But that's, I mean, again, that's on like an easy mode. That would be nice to have. Or at least the ability to toggle that on or off. But again, these are just suggestions. Okay, so we're getting resources slowly but surely. Under attack yet again. Ugh. Dude, oh. That worker just walked right into that group of bandits or whatever they are. All right. I don't know if we have a forge yet. I think we can actually upgrade. Yeah, we've got a forge. I actually have 2 of them. Sometimes, one thing I didn't notice on my first playthrough, which this is, sometimes I didn't realize that I could upgrade existing buildings to the next age. So I was sitting there building. I had a Stone Age building of the one type, like a barracks, and then the Bronze Age building of the same type. When I didn't realize I could just upgrade them and be done with it. So now I've got 2 forges. Again, I can still. That's kind of good though, because in some RTSs you're gonna want 2 of something just so you can upgrade things faster. Increases damage of Lance Knight. I think we're gonna want that for sure. Increases archer damage, and let's go ahead and do this one. We'll do a leather tanning, increase armor efficiency. But case in point, I'm upgrading across 2 different forges, so it'll be a lot more quick. There's warehouses for dropping points. Let's see what else I can build in the meantime here. Stables, I haven't really gotten into that yet. That's for mounted troops. I can now build this Guardian Tower. So I'm going to go ahead and put some on the outskirts here. Again, resources are not paid immediately. So they'll only start deducting from your your warehouse, whatever, your pool, as soon as you start building it. Let's get everyone together here. Leaving my military scattered is usually not a good idea. They get picked off by animals or what have you, so it's best to combine forces. Okay, it looks like I might need some more wood/stone. Maybe I might want to pull some more workers from food collection. But again, pulling workers from food collection would deplete my ability to train troops. Each troop is like 75 food, 100 food, something like that. But at this point, I may have no choice. All right. Let's go back down here and do that. And you can see they're now at a standstill. They really can't finish this all that efficiently because they're waiting for the resources to do it. We're going to need some more peasants. All right, so let's go ahead and train. I'm going to train like 10 more workers there. We're going to need some more housing because our population is full up at 40 out of 40. So we're going to put another house, say right there. All right, so at least those are done. And you can have multiple workers working on the same structure to help build it more quickly. That's kind of nice. Idle worker. Okay. You do food. You're done. Not enough resources to cart. Okay, let's just come back down here then. There we go. When it's yellow like that, that means you don't have the resources. The computer likes it when you have the resources on hand, or at least a partial amount of the resources on hand. If you don't have enough of the partial resources on hand, then it's just going to say, I can't build it. But again, you're not paying for the entire cost right up front. The computer's like, okay, do you have 100 wood? Okay, great. Now you can build it, but now we're going to deduct it slowly over time. Again, it's kind of weird. I'm not used to something like that. But Supreme Commander, I have played that multiple times to know what that feels like. So with the right amount of support, income, expense-wise, like a balance sheet in the upper right, some sort of expanded economy view would be awesome. Alright, I think we're done with the archers. Let's stop training them. Oh, under attack from the south. Of course, where I didn't build towers. I mean, there's one here to help us out, but looks like our workers are about to get slaughtered. Alright, everyone out of here. My poor workers. Alright, we're holding our own down here, but we've got another large wave incoming. Like I said, this is uneasy. So, it can be rather difficult, I think, sometimes to stay on top of things. I think we're gonna want... I think we're gonna want more towers just scattered all over the place. I think that would be helpful. Alright, I hope that's everyone. Let's just everyone gather. We've got 8 idle workers because, again, of all that attack, we need to... Yeah, I think we need to focus on food. Oh, yeah, look at that. Our food is dwindling. That was a really nasty attack. I mean, we still have 21 of the military, so we're good for the most part. Another thing they don't do is heal over time. I have yet to find like a witch hut or some way to heal them automatically. I think that would be nice to have too. It doesn't tell me what the next age is, but at some point I'll be able to do it. If you click on the bottom right-hand corner there's a little button. To move to the next area, you need to build a temple. In the temple or in the main building, choose a new age. So again, we have to build a temple and then upgrade everything. That would be the Iron Age. So yeah, we've got enough for that. I'm going to go ahead and... We've got 400 of that iron there. We might pull people away from this iron for right now to help out with food and stone and wood. And I really don't want to pull them away, but at the same time, I may not have much of a choice here. I also wouldn't mind getting a tower or two set up down here just as a buffering point. Once you upgrade to the new structure of the next age, the buildings that have a prerequisite will no longer be constructible. For example, back into the Stone Age here, I want to build a stronghold, right? But I need a stone cutter to do it. I upgraded my stone cutter to the forge, so the stone cutter is no longer around, meaning that I can't construct the stronghold anymore. So you just have to be wary before you upgrade. Build what you're going to build of the buildings that require that prerequisite before you get rid of it completely. Just advice. All right, so yeah, let's just do this. I want to make sure that we're covered. Okay, so now we are in the Iron Age. We should have a plethora of new things to build. We've got a new house, warehouse, farm, barracks, stable, pier. So it looks like a lot of the same building, but I'm assuming that we'll be able to upgrade our units. Oh yeah, look there's some metal sword. That's something new. The quilted leather. That's something new. Battle axe. So it seems like the Iron Age focuses less on the buildings and more about the upgrades, which is cool. It looks like there's an age after that. It doesn't say what it is, but it looks like, I don't know, it looks rather science-y to me. I'll be curious to see what that is. Unfortunately, there's no way to save this. Hitting the menu right now brings this up, so I won't be able to come back to this later to pick up where I left off. That's another thing I would like to see added is a save feature, because these games can drone on pretty long, and if the power goes out or something, that's it. I mean, you know what I mean? So that's bad. I would really like to see some sort of save system or auto-save system so that people don't lose their progress all willy-nilly if something bad were to happen, or if they have to go somewhere, that happens too. But other than that, like, as an RTS, this isn't bad. I mean, I recently covered one that wasn't all that great. I'm not going to name names or anything. You know what you are and who you are. But this one isn't bad. It has potential. With the right amount of TLC, I think it could hold its own, honestly. But again, it needs... I mean, there are other RTS games out there, like Supreme Commander, Rise of Nations. There's a bunch out there that do the RTS genre a lot of justice. So in order to set yourself apart, you're going to have to do something to stay competitive, to introduce features that the others don't have, and so on and so on and so on. So as of right now, I mean, this to me, this reminds me a bit of Age of Empires, at least 1 and 2, the way the graphics are and everything else. But I do like the fact that you're starting off in like a Stone Age and working your way up, similar to that of Rise of Nations. So it's a nice mix of different old-style RTS games that I've played in the past. And I'll be looking forward to seeing what else this game has to offer in the future. So if you guys haven't already subscribed to me on Twitch and YouTube, that way you can stay up to date with any new content I'm going to publish. This is Vince, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.